Hello, my miraculous friend, and welcome to another episode of the Magnify Your Miracles podcast. This is Reverend Francis Faden, and I am so grateful that we get to spend this time together helping you magnify your miracles. And today, I have a question for you. How would you like to make the process of manifestation fun and easy? Well, I'm going to share with you a real story that just happened to me this past week that illustrates this point. So this is a real life and real time example of how you can make the whole manifestation process easy and fun, which is the most important thing. If you're tired of like all the things everybody tells you to do, and you have to do this and you have to do affirmations and blah, 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 and it feels heavy to you, then this is the episode for you. You really want to listen to this because it's a really cool example of what I did without even knowing really that I was doing it. And then when I look back on it, I was like, oh my God, I got to share this. Totally have to share this because fun is the key. I think fun is the key thing that's missing from the world of manifestation. So if you want to magnify your miracles, you want to bring fun and ease into your manifestations, this is the episode for you. But before we get into all that, I'm going to ask you to take a breath with me. And I do this because I want you to get the most out of this episode. And so by taking a breath, just focusing on your breath, it helps us to get grounded and centered and opens us up to all the inspiration that we're going to be experiencing. And so I would just love for you to imagine how you want to be feeling inspired, feeling uplifted, feeling motivated. And if you're not sure, just focus on feeling grateful, knowing that whatever's gonna move you powerfully forward today is exactly what you're gonna hear. Let's take one more deep breath in gratitude, and we can begin. All right, my friend. Well, in the world of manifestation, if you've read the books like I have, and you've listened to the teachers, and you're listening to the podcasts, and you're doing all the things, you will know that most of what you're told is a long to-do list, right? Do this first thing in the morning, do this right before you go to bed, focus on your goals, write it, 50 times a day, create a vision board, look at your vision board, all the things. And the truth of the matter is those things are great and they definitely have their place and they definitely work. But what if it didn't have to be so cumbersome and so hard? What if you were able to do it in a way that was actually fun for you instead of feeling like, oh my God, I have this long to-do list of things before I'm going to get to experience the things that I really want to be experiencing in life? I don't know about you, but that feels like a drag to me. It's like, oh my God, it feels so heavy, right? And what about the energy of fun? How to make it fun? Now, you can take all of those things and you can make them fun. But if that's what you think this episode is about, it's not. It's not about taking this long to-do list and how can you infuse fun in your to-do list? Nope, that's not what I'm talking about. So let me share my story with you. So a couple years ago during the pandemic, Deepa and I, the place that we were living, my wife Deepa and I, and the place that we were living, our bikes were stolen. Such a drag. Oh my God. And we were living somewhere where we didn't have a garage. And so we thought we were in a safe neighborhood. And it turns out that routinely there's these professional bike thieves that go around and they steal people's bikes. And during the pandemic, this was actually a heightened thing that was happening because it was really hard for people to get bikes because everybody was home and people wanted to ride their bikes and they were looking to buy them. And so our bikes got stolen. So I said I didn't want to buy a new bike until we were living someplace with a garage. We didn't have to worry about it. And Divine Mother helped us manifest the beautiful place that we're in now, which if you haven't listened to that episode, you can listen to that episode as well. But we wanted to go get some bikes. Now, previous to this, there's a couple of reasons why I wanted to go get a bike. One was that I've just been wanting to be more physically active. I've been feeling kind of like I haven't really been moving enough. And two was it just seems like a really fun way. If you're going to move, I love riding a bike. But I had also been thinking about I'd like to start doing some yoga. I have a bunch of DVDs because I have things from before life was streamed. And I have a bunch of DVDs that were, yoga type of DVDs that I've been really wanting to watch and work with. But I didn't want to watch downstairs where we have our DVD player. I really wanted to watch upstairs in my spiritual room because I wanted to do it as part of my morning practice. And so I had been thinking about getting a TV. Like, what would it be like to get a TV or at least a monitor or something that I could hook up my computer or hook up my DVD, like something like that. And I had been thinking about it, but not in a place of like, oh my God. I was thinking more of like, you know what? I would love to have a TV here. I would love to have some kind of screen here in this space where I can watch some of this stuff that I have on DVD that is spiritual, is going to help me feel more connected to my body. And I had no doubt in my mind that I am getting this TV. And I even started looking online. I looked in Best Buy. I was looking all the places I would look and saying, like, what's it like if I wanted to just have it be a computer monitor as opposed to like a TV screen? What would that be like? I started doing the research. I started being in the energy of, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And there was no doubt in my mind that I was doing this. So then I start looking into, because now televisions are all smart and everything. So it's like, did they even make things where I could watch a DVD and what would that be like? And so this has been going on for probably about 3 weeks, I would say, kind of in the background. And I even ordered a DVD of this yoga sequence that I really wanted to do from a teacher that I really admire. And I looked and it's not available as streaming. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy this DVD with the confidence that I'm going to have this TV in my room. So I'm going through all these motions. And then I kind of forgot about it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get a TV at some point. We'll see what happens. But I had been like, Divine Mother, I'd really like to have this. And I was even like trying to figure out where in my room am I going to put it and all that. And so I'm thinking in my mind, like, this is already a done deal. And then I forget about it. And we go shopping for bicycles this past weekend instead. And I love riding a bicycle. When I was a kid, oh my God, that was my escape. That was my solace. That was my sense of freedom. Like when I was 10 years old, I'd get on my bike and I would just ride. And it gave me such a sense of expansion. I always felt happy. I always felt impossibility. I always had this sense of freedom whenever I would ride a bike. And so I'm not necessarily the most athletic person out there, but I like doing things that are fun. And when I was a kid, riding my bike was the most fun thing. So we went to go look. And I said, you know what? Let's go see if they have a bike that would be a good bike for me, not a road bike, not a mountain bike, maybe a hybrid bike, something in between. And we went to this lovely place, cycle shop, not far from where we are. Everybody there was so helpful. I found this bike that I really, really liked. And I was like, you know what? I'm buying this bike. So we ended up both getting new bikes. And I was like, this is awesome. Because not only was it for my physical health and strength and all that other stuff, but it was just fun. So that happened on a Saturday. Sunday morning, Deepa and I are like, let's go for a bike ride. So we get ourselves all ready. We go out for this bike ride. It's a gorgeous day. Oh my God, perfect weather. And where we live, it's beautiful. It's this beautiful area where there's like horse farms and there's creeks and streams and all the stuff that I love being in. But you don't really see them when you're driving in a car. But when you're on a bike, you can be right next to the stream, right next to it. It's just lovely. So here we were going out for my first bike ride in a really long time. And I feel like a 10-year-old kid. I'm like flying down the road, having a great time. And I just felt so happy. I was in that place of like, oh my God, this is so fun. So we go, we turn around, we come back, we get to the top of this hill and we make a right to go home. And Deepa said, you know what, let's go to the left. And I just want to see what's down this road. I said, okay, great, let's go down the road. So we go down the road about 1/4 mile, maybe, and this beautiful home on the left. Deepa stops. I said, why are you stopping? She said, look, out in front in their driveway was a big TV screen with a sign on that says free. works great. And Deepa said, oh, you manifested your TV. And I was like, oh my God, do you think it actually works? And the lady came by. She was like out in her garden. She's like, oh, are you interested in that? I just put it out like 3 minutes ago. And we got a brand new TV. And my husband wanted to put this TV in the bedroom. And I told him, we're not putting the TV in the bedroom. I wanted to let it go. She's like, it works great. I just used it a couple of days ago. You can do everything you need to do with it. I just didn't want to throw it away. And I was like, really? I said, if we go home and come back with the car, she's like, sure, absolutely. So then we got on the bike, went home, came back and got it. And now I have a TV that I didn't buy that just manifested. So why am I telling you this story? Because I really want you to understand what happened, right? What happened? The most important thing is I didn't try to make manifestation fun. I had actual fun. I had actual fun. So rather than trying to do my affirmations and make that fun, I actually had fun, which is what I'm encouraging you to do. Have actual fun. It will raise your vibration. Do something that's fun for you. So if I look back on it, here are the steps of what happened. One, I got clear about what I wanted, right? I was like, you know what? I really want to have this. Two, I let Divine Mother know. I said a little prayer about it. I was like, Divine Mother, I'd really like to have a TV so I can start doing some yoga in my spiritual room. Three, I started acting as if I was doing it. I had no doubt in my mind. I'm like, I'm getting this TV, right? I'm just going to get it. I had no idea where, when, how, but I'm like, I'm doing this. I started acting as if. I figured out where in my room I was going to put it. I started looking online for places that carried the kind that I'm looking for. I started looking into what's the best one for these kind of older DVDs that I had, right? I took an action specifically in that I bought myself a new DVD that I wanted from this teacher that I really, really like. So I'm in the energy of this is happening. This is happening, right? And then I did something really, really fun to get myself, like I wasn't focusing on it. I let it go. And then I just was in the energy of joy. I just was doing something fun, keeping myself like so happy in the energy of happiness. And lo and behold, there was a TV that manifested for me just like that. Just like that. This is what you can do. Now, here's the thing. I know for myself, in my mind, this TV was not a big deal. It wasn't like, oh my God, it's my dream or anything like that. All of those things are what make you nervous, right? Those are the things that can kind of create cross currents. Like I said, like I want it, but I'm afraid, all those things that I work with my clients with on helping them get rid of those cross currents. I didn't have any cross currents. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this TV or monitor or whatever it was going to be. I'm going to put this in my room. I'm going to do yoga in the morning. This is going to this is what I'm doing. No cross currents whatsoever. And then I just let it go. And I did something really, really fun. And that's how easy it was. So I'm encouraging you, my friend, to follow these steps. Okay. Get clear about what you want. Start making plans for the thing that you're wanting, whatever it is. And act as if it's happening. Really prepare yourself for it's happening. Now, if you have any trouble with any of these things, this is when you reach out to somebody. You work with somebody like me, you reach out to somebody and you get some help because this works by law. It has to work. I help people with this all the time. You get clear about what you want. You start acting as if this is happening. You make plans. You get in the vibration of it's already here. You let it go, you put it in the hands of the universe, and you do something really fun. So you're not in worry and you're not in stress and you're not in fear. You're in the energy of fun. And then look to see. Now, here's the thing. Even if you don't do the getting clear and all that, being in the energy of fun will automatically draw things to you. It'll automatically, because you're in that vibration that the angels live in all the time when you do something fun. And I know it can be a challenge. I know for me, what was fun when I was maybe 15 might not be exactly what's fun for me now. But I'll tell you, that 10-year-old who loves riding a bike, she's still in here. And she's like, yeah, riding a bike. What's your fun thing? What would be fun for you? What are you going to give yourself permission to do that's fun for you so that you can be in that frequency of manifestation where it's really, really easy. If you need help with it, feel free to reach out to me. You can go to francisfaden.com/miracle meeting, and you can talk to me about whether or not coaching is a good option for you and whether this is something that you want to do to make your manifestation process much, much easier, much more fun, and faster. All right, my friend, I would love to know what you're going to do, how you're going to do something fun, how you're going to bring that into your life. Leave me a comment. I would so appreciate that. And please remember, the key to magnifying your miracles is knowing your miracle is already here. We'll see you next time, my friend. Bye-bye.